Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? As you see here, Mikkel's not here. You get the nemesis today. Mikkel's got a special date with two young ladies, his daughters. It's a daddy-daughter dance tonight, so he's not sure if he's gonna make it at all, and if not, it'd be more towards the end if he's able to hop on. So very important date with two young, important ladies in his life. I'm just saying, I can't miss this, so love it. We got to give him a little slack on that, a little FA in the chat for that stuff. Yo, what up, Wheeling Crypto? He's like, yeah, I am first in line. Still, bro, you have the worst luck with these things, bro. It's like, man, if it wasn't for bad luck, you have no luck. It's like your one motherboard it was that you sent over was just jacked. Wow. And then now you're just trying to buy another motherboard, and it's just like the universe is trying to tell you, stop! Something. I don't know, dude. Do not know. Is it like the hashing gods trying to tell you not to do it? Or is it like, just bad luck following you, and you're trying to work off some like prior mojo from another lifetime or something? oh my god, but as long as you're able to get a refund for it, see if you can get luck on another motherboard, dude. Man, I feel so bad for you, bro. I do. It's like, man, you've been like just dealing with this kind of garbage for a hot minute now. So man, I feel bad. Like, I think it's just bad luck all the way around for sure. What's up, Sadie? All the time dropping that F. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Crypto Padel? What's up? Tech man, what in the hell? Man, you want to know what up, Integra guy? Hey, guess what, guys? I finally got myself unbanned on Twitter. So before I get done with this stream today, I should be officially back on Twitter. So, it took me forever to do that, man. Make one bad tweet about a liberal news article, man, and they really don't like that. So I'm back on there. Got back. I'm back in the cesspool. So what's up, Retro Mike? What in the hell? Yeah, what's going on? Check, man. Word. So today you're gonna get a little bit of me. So we'll go ahead and kind of hop right on into things. Kind of do things a little bit my style because Mikkel's not here. So this is kind of how I usually run my show here. Bam. So here we are looking at almost a $25,000 Bitcoin. All these people are like, oh, Bitcoin got rejected off the $25,000 line, and it's bear market back, bear market's on. And I'm like sitting here going, no, I think we just need to test the market at this level. That's just my opinion, And if you're wondering if you're profitable, you got to look at the price of Bitcoin. Did it go up? If it is, you're more than likely profitable, which is not a bad thing. I mean, most things have been rolling positive. So as the market starts rising up, that is a net positive for all of us miners. Of course, I mean, a lot of you veteran here, you guys already know the drill on this one. A lot of you guys, this is not your first rodeo. It's like, Retro Mike, liberals have moved to Chat GPT. Twitter is the safe zone again. It's like you're more profitable than you were. I know, right? It's kind of funny, you know. It's like as soon as people become profitable in the market, all of a sudden you get more views. YouTube lets you know if the market's green. and the market kind of ticking up, man. Even on my normal channel, my full-time channel, you know, Crypto and Hot Rods. And it's like I've been seeing in the last week the uptick of viewership even on my own personal channel. So it's like, so it, you know, looking at all the rest of the, you know, a lot of these charts, you know, if Bitcoin drops, you're going to drop out of profitability. Everybody is teetering that you know, very small window of what they would consider profitability. So if you had a 40.90 right now, you could be making about $1.50 a day on Nexa. That'd be your highest profit right now. A 30.90 does like 50 cents worth of profit almost on Dynex. Not bad. 3080 Ti should be on Nexa for maximum profitability at this point. Make it rain with those 750 Ti's. Oh my god, dude. Man, I've still got my 550 Ti, bro. I love my 550 Ti, man. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that little beautiful card. That thing does not do me wrong. And it is like super trusty. You plug it in, it will always fire up. I mean, I've never had a problem with that thing. And that was like one of the early day PhysX cards, dude. I think the 550 Ti, I think that's Fermi. I think that's the Fermi architecture. I could be wrong, but I think it's Fermi. But yeah, I mean, like, so we're sitting here looking at all of, you know, every one of us is going to be looking at what's going to be your maximum profitability. So it kind of depends. It depends on the card at this point. It's kind of been looks like it's been floating between Dynex and Nexa. So I mean, it's like my RX 562 gigabytes are rock solid on VTC since 2017. Nice. Got that Vert coin. That Vert sauce. It's all about that Vert sauce, that Verde sauce, right? What about the 1660 Ti? It's and I think even the 1660 Ti will be in that same guideline here. Let's see here. Let me just go ahead and scroll it down. Wow, they got the ARC A380. Should be on Ergo. And if you've got an ARC A380, you could lose 2 cents a day mining Ergo. Oh. GPU. Let's just get rid of some of that noise. A 1080 Ti is good on Dynex for 12 cents a day. And I want to say that the 1660 Ti I thought was like right in this range here. It's like, we got a 1660. CLO is kind of like a Ethereum style algorithm, so that would make a little sense there. But even that's not really profitable. That is kind of wild that it's like it'd be losing money on Clio from their calculation over here. I think it kind of depends on what else you're mining to. It doesn't look like I see a 1660 Ti here. I see the 1660 Super is at 8 cents. Okay. Oh, here it is. I just went over it. I went right past it, guys. Sorry, my bad here. It's on my smaller monitor, and yeah, a little further away from me. So here it is. They're saying Nexa at 8 cents. So Nexa for 8 cents for the 1660 Ti. I think that would be like right in par with the Dynex too. So I mean, it's just kind of, I think it's been flipping between the two as of lately. Sometimes I see it being Dynex for everything. Sometimes I see Nexa kind of coming up in here and hitting up the board like this. So I mean, it's been kind of interesting to sit there and kind of watch it flip flop around like this. And if you're looking for some cheap GPUs, guys, so Galax has got you covered now. The RTX 3080 clearance sale. So they're all kind of now going on clearance, guys. If you guys haven't checked this out, this is hilarious. I mean, absolutely hilarious. So 3080s are now clearance sale at original MSRP. Yep. So $699.99. While they try to blow out the rest of their stock on this, right? So you can get one of these. Now I always kind of like this little setup on there. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a little gimmicky, but I kind of like it. You're using the back end of the card to help pull air through the radiator a little faster, like kind of like an ASIC profile. It's like, I get what they're doing. Does it really give that much more benefit since it's not over the direct heat load over on that end of the card? Not really. It's like, just grab them at the price at inception, and they'll manually. Yeah, for sure. So Retro Mike was like, just grab the price at the time of inception and do a manual entry for it. It seems like a pain, but it shouldn't be too bad unless you have tons of transactions. Yep. But as soon as you start getting a lot of that transactions for the tax end of it, it gets to be a pain in the butt. I'll tell you that. That's why I try to limit my transactions unless I'm doing, like, that's why I try to stay away from trading. It makes tax season so much easier, so much more straightforward. Not tax advice. Sometimes it might be better off to try to find a crypto tax person locally to help you. Sometimes it's worth paying the money. I'm just saying. For sure. So they're going to be blowing out these cards now. Now, this is actually kind of the interesting part here. So this was from this came. No, thank you. Came from Tom's Hardware, and basically he wrote about Best Buy heavily discounts Nvidia Founders Edition cards. Yeah. A 3080 Founders Edition for $420. A Founders Edition, $420 here, right? AIB partner, $750. Bro, they're on sale right now. Yeah, fucking automatic boots. Yep. It is definitely left-hand cigarette ready. Yeah, but they want to save $419.99. Nah. We'll just call it for what it is. That's $420. And then we got $450 down here for the AIBs. So, I mean, we're now at that point where we're seeing them blow out the rest of the inventory because they've been sitting on all this inventory because it wouldn't move at these prices at this point, and they want to blow this out, just hit up any of the small market that can be potentially to Intel, right? And they're going to go ahead and try to make it look a little bit nicer for where the price point is for the current generation. Be like, oh look, but the price over here is this now. You know, it's in line now. It's like, oh my lord. So yeah, if you guys are looking for the 30 series, which in my opinion they're not bad. They're not bad cards if they keep trending at normal prices. I remember back in the day, you know, picking up 1080, you know, you'd look at a 1080 Ti, that was $800-900 for a 1080 Ti. Now we're looking at a 1080 for $750. Bro, that's like in alignment from where the hardware really should be price pointed at. So to me, this is now presenting a value for a card, unfortunately, that's more than a year old. That's the only thing that hurts. It's the only thing that hurts about this is that you're finally getting a value proposition. You're like, oh yeah, it's a new card, but it's a new card of an older generation. This is that point where it should be more discounted than where it's at. Where, you know, for like the AIB partners blowing out the rest of their inventory should be sitting, you know, right around that, you know, that $500 to $600 marker right now. Blowing out the rest of their inventory where there's no more Founders Editions really to be found. If, you know, people, you know, they would have, people never really went after Founders Editions typically, and they were usually low production runs anyway. So, you know, if they're going to be, if the whole market's being heavily discounted, it should be heavily discounted. But now we're kind of getting that proper price point of where these cards should have started at, but it's now old hardware. So, I mean, it has value for where it's at, yes. It's, in my opinion, it really should be a lot lower than where it's at because of the age of the hardware. Not that, you know, they're bragging about we're able to hit MSRP and lower now. It's like they've always been able to do this. It's just been price fixing. So, what's up, Gundy? What's up? What up, Oz? He's like, I'm back. I'm just listening as I drive. Gundy's making the invite. He's like, swing through. So, I mean, and now we can sit there and start looking at, we're starting to be able to see profits. Now, this is the profits of where you would be at. Okay, now for the chart and I'll be honest with this, you might not be able to see this. It might, depending on your monitor or whatnot, it might be a little fuzzy or whatnot. Sometimes these smaller numbers don't really like show up properly, and even on my phone sometimes it's like, what is that over there? So at the family mine, we are going to be charging 9 cents a kilowatt hour. So if you were mining with us, this would be your potential profit margin with us at the facility per GPU, that if you had any one of these. So if you've got multiple, you can just basically multiply the profitability off of this by the amount of cards that you're carrying, right? So if you're bringing them up over to the facility, this is going to be a profit margin. Not bad, not bad to have your gear hosted over at the Family Mine LLC. I know. Shameless plug. I'm not afraid. So I mean, like, I don't know how many of you people out there have any of the 40 series cards. I don't. I'm not big baller like that. I'm trying to I'm just above broke and trying to start up a facility. Kind of going by a hope and a prayer on this. So if you had any one of these cards, and you were looking at it, just put in 9 cents a kilowatt hour on whatever, if you're doing what's a mine or you're doing hashrate.no like I'm doing right here, you can kind of get an idea of where your profitability would be if you were to have your gear hosted at the facility. Otherwise, where most people are at typically is like about 11 cents a kilowatt hour. And at 11 cents a kilowatt hour, you're not talking it really nips off a whole lot on the top tier cards. But when you get into the lower tier cards, guys, that kind of adds up really quick. And the older your hardware is, the more you go down this list, the worse it gets, guys. It gets really like bad. Like here we are. A 1660 Super would be making 5 cents a day. Went from 8 cents to 5 cents. You're talking, it just lost 3 cents. That's big when you're talking about a very small little profit margin to begin with, right? You go into a 2060 Super or 2060, you're making 4 cents. A 1080 making 4 cents a day. At 11 cents a kilowatt hour. And this is the average rate for most people at their home. So this is, very representative of, I've got a few rigs at the house. I'm right around that 11 cents a kilowatt hour after taxes and the line fees and this charge and that charge and this charge. And then here's your power bill. It's like this is what was actually your usage, and this is what you got charged for your usage. It's like, bro, like almost 50% of that bill is you taxing the hell out of it. What is this? Yeah. So I mean, it's like that, and this is pretty standard across the country. Until you start getting into that commercial power, or you start getting into industrial power. Then you start playing a different kind of game with the electric company. And, it's like, and being able to get in with us where we're at, coming in at 6 cents a kilowatt hour, or not 6 cents, 9 cents a kilowatt hour here. You'd be making, on the top tier cards, it's like it pulls it up almost, 25 cents a day. And it's like, don't step over a penny to pick up a buck. You want to pick it all up, because all those pennies add up at the end of the year. All those nickels and dimes add up at the end of the year. So if you can sit there and squeeze as much efficiency out of your rigs, that's what you're going to want to do. And the best way you can sit there and get efficiency is by getting your all-in effective rate from the power company to drop. And I hear people across the country, across the world, that some of the pricings that they save for power, and my jaw drops. I'll be like, bro, you got the lights on? Bro, you're rich, dude. You're paying 52 cents a kilowatt hour, and you've got lights. You have the TV. Oh my God, you got the TV on. You're probably never of using a microwave. Oh my God, you got a state of the art microwave. You know, and then you hear they're trying to mine, and they're one. You know, it's like those people in those situations are gonna find it very hard. I mean, like this calculator will do it. 52 cents a kilowatt hour. This was like some of the worst that I've seen. It makes it to where a 4070 Ti is the most profitable thing that you can have at 7 cents a kilowatt hour. A 4080 is 3 cents a kilowatt hour. And a 4090 loses you 6 cents a day. And the losses go astronomically up from there. You know, it's like the market would have to come back in such an aggressive way. Like we would have to be at $30,000 per Bitcoin, more than or more, to be able to support somebody at 52 cents a kilowatt hour. And at that point, it's like I would not want that person to be spending 52 cents a kilowatt hour for power. Like the family mine is here to help rescue people like that. So people who, you know, live in California or, New York, and stuff like that, where things are just outrageously priced. We got you, fam. What up, Little Time Mining? Dropping that FA. Because you guys are rated F for fucking awesome. Yo! Cammy, not right now. Thank you, Cammy. Don't forget to smash that Lizzie like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Yo! So, you know, it's like so sensual. Most certainly, Gundy. Most certainly. And then, oh, Cammy, you're just going to want to be up on my lap now, aren't you? Well, just lay down. Get comfortable. Don't be sitting here like standing on me. And so here, and it's like, and you guys want to wonder where the bullish sentiment is, guys. Always look to your miners, right? This is how you can tell when it's bullish sentiment. Clean Spark boosts computing power by 37% with thousands of new Bitcoin mining rigs. Yo, that is big. So, Bitcoin miner announced the purchase of 20,000 new S19J Pro Pluses at 25% discount at approximately $13.25 per terahash is what they basically paid for it. That is, wow. I'm kind of jealous. I'm just saying that's really a good price. So Bitcoin miner Clean Spark is growing its mining capacity in the United States with the purchase of 20,000 new miners. So for $43.6 million, the acquisition expects to boost the company's computing power by 37%, bringing the total of miners purchased during the bear market to 46,500 units in total. Wow. And you wonder why you can't mine Bitcoin at home and be like really competitive. You have a Goliath out there, like, you know, it's like you're sitting there taking your daily driver to the drag strip, and the guy that's next to you is in a pro mod. You know, it's like you just kind of look over and you're like, I kind of feel defeated already. It's like about 1,500 per S9. Not bad. Yeah, exactly, Bedell. Exactly. I mean, this is that's cheaper than what I paid for my ASICs. That's for sure. I paid way more for that. So, I mean, I would not complain. And we've been actually watching I've been watching the hash rate go up. And that to me is a very, very bullish sentiment for the market. People is actually watching this market just rebound in the fashion that it is. It's like always kind of look to what the miners are doing. If the miners are doing bad, they're going to put a lot of sell pressure off onto the market. And if there's not enough buyers in the market, it's going to fluctuate the market a little bit because they need to, above all, pay their electric bill. And their electric bills are in the millions, at least quarters of a millions. Depends on how much gear they're running and what kind of a sweetheart deal they got from the power company that they're dealing with. It depends on where their bottom line is. We've watched a lot. I've been tracking it on my on Crypto and Hot Rods, tracking these big mining facilities and how they've been doing poorly. And as we got into the beginning of the year, I watched them kind of all just kind of flatline. And it looked like all of a sudden there was like trickles of injections of capital here and there. And I've watched some facilities getting popped back up because they had, finally found a company that would be willing to help invest into them. So that they can get the infrastructure that was necessary to continue to growth. And then with the Bitcoin price being up here, it's now re-incentivizing these miners to start unleashing capital. And as we see this, the market's going to respond. So, guys, I'm not saying moonshot or anything like that. It's just more of a bullish sentiment. So to see the market either level off from where we're at right here and establish a support line, or slowly starting to trend up, because that's what it ends up happening every time we go into the next bullish cycle of Bitcoin. This is, to me, this is a good thing. And they're not the only ones to do this. So Iris Energy to nearly triple the hash rate with an estimated 44,000 new Bitcoin miners, dude. Like, this is how you can tell, guys. This was what I've been waiting for, where I can sit there and say the bottom is at least in. I will say that the bottom is in. This kind of stuff supports it. So they basically purchased an additional 4.4 exahash per second, guys, worth of Bitcoin miner S19J Pro ASIC miners, bringing its self-mining capacity to 5.5 exahash from 2.0 exahash, guys. So based on the S19J Pro's maximum hash rates and stuff like that, they purchased an estimated 44,000 miners to its fleet, according to Cointelegraph's calculations. Now, it depends on which flavor of the S19J Pros they got. If it was the base model on them, then yes. If they had the S19J Pro Plus, it'd be a little bit higher. But they're in pretty close alignment for what they're trying to estimate here. So spot on. It's like proof of bottoms, yo. So even the Daniel Roberts, the CEO, said that the purchase is a significant milestone for the company. They more than doubled their hash rate. So that is a huge milestone. That meant that either they got an injection of capital from somewhere, or they were sitting on a hell of war chest, and they basically played the market the right way. And this is how a good functioning company survives and is more future proof. So the company used 67 million of remaining payments to ASIC miner manufacturer to fund the purchase of rigs without any additional cash outlay. Iris had 10 exahash contract with Bitmain, which it says it been fully resolved with no remaining commitments, and it remains debt free. So bam, dude, that is huge. Wow. So yeah, they did play this perfectly, guys. This was like well played. He's like, John Germain's like, yes, but Hive is deploying miners with those new Intel ASICs. We'll have to see how good they are in competition with Bitmain. Bitmain's been the Goliath here. I would like to see. I wouldn't want to see Bitmain go away, but I would like to see a outright competition to Bitmain, and being able to pump out the volume, plus being just as efficient as Bitmain. You know, if they can be direct competition to them, I'd be very happy. And then I would definitely try to get on board if they can go blow for you know how many watts per terahash that they're getting, you know. You know, that would be my metric on it. That would be my absolute metric on this whole situation. So and here, you know, it's like, and then you can go into mining pool stats, and you can sit there and go right into the Bitcoin charts and see where the hash rate's been upticking for a little while, and you can see that it has been, and it's been pretty well spread out. I mean, there are a lot of pool options. Some would be a little sketchier than others. I will admit that. Like, I wouldn't be mining towards the bottom of this pool list unless I knew the pool operator directly. But seeing that, you know, it's like I mine myself right on F2 pool, just to be honest with that one. And what the average is 4.2 exahash. And it's been sitting at about 44.5, so it went up 2 exahash here. Went up 1 exahash on Binance side, Binance.com. Ant Pool is up an exahash. Foundry Digital is up about 3 or 4 exahash. So I mean, market's gonna start like lifting up as these miners are now starting to look at putting more deployment of ASICs out there. Now, some of these big guys, they're not going to show up in the pools, guys. So pool side of these bigger guys, they can sit there and solo mine themselves. They're looking for hitting blocks. They are not competing with people that are running in the pools. I mean, they are to a big extent, but at the same time, it's like they're not going on the pools. They're solo mining so that they can hit a full block and keep it without paying any dev fee for a mining pool. It's just easier for them in the long run to do this. And eventually, you know, it's like any serious Bitcoin miner that gets big enough, they will eventually start doing this and automatically, because, you know, it's like, especially if you can calculate, there are calculators out there that will help you see if you're at that milestone point where you can start solo mining. You know, it's like in the Bitcoin world, that takes a lot of hash rate. We all know that. That's the big boy game. And, you know, so I mean, like, here we go into one where, you know, a lot of people got the mini doges, right? You know, here we are with mini doges. We've got, you know, the hash rate after the bottom out of the market usually kicks off people out of the hash rate pool for a while, because the Litecoin miners are not cheap to run, just like Bitcoin miners, and the profit margins are a lot lower in the altcoin universe. So as the price has been ticking up, we've been seeing the hash rate return to where it was, back towards the beginning of February. So that's a positive sign on there. And so if anybody was mining down through this dip, in hash rate through February, you actually were getting better rewards. So it would have helped you get more Litecoin rewards, which also would have reverted you into getting good Dogecoin returns. So because it's like if you're not mining Dogecoin with your Litecoin, you're leaving a lot on the table. I'm just going to say there that Dogecoin helps out with paying the electric bill if necessary, guys. And this is for the people who are running the mini doges. I've got a couple of mini doges. I'll admit it. So if you guys are wanting to mine, Ethereum Classic, it looks like some of the like AMD cards are not doing bad on payout wise on Ethereum Classic. I've been running an experiment to see what if the payout's worth it with one of my rigs experimenting it with, right? And kind of going from there. I mean, that was just kind of my thoughts on it. So, and it's like with the hash rate coming up, even on it's like ETC, it doesn't look like the hash rate's really coming up, but it looks like it's leveled off. With the hash rate being down where it's at right now, GPUs are depending on your electric rate, or could be mildly profitable. I mean, if you can call that. The payout's right, apparently. So that's why I'm doing an experiment on my side. And then let's see here. Ravencoin. It's been kind of flatlining out there because their price point would have to, Ravencoin would have to skyrocket for people to relook at Ravencoin. You're either a part of the community supporting this project, or you're just speculating for the next blast off on Ravencoin. So yeah, I mean, you gotta make sure that when you're doing some of the speculative mining, guys, that you're not mining on a dead project. As much as I like the devs over at Ravencoin, they're not doing enough out there to try to grow the project to more in line of what it should be. So that I hope the best for Ravencoin, but it's one of those projects that, because it's more of a dead project, there's not enough action going on there, not enough speculation from investors' side. Price action will never come there to really support it unless there's something big that happens. So unfortunately, right? Unfortunately. And it's like, and everybody's going to be looking at a lot of the same stuff, but a lot of people, don't remember. You got to remember to look at the hash rate. Here's FLUX, guys. So FLUX went through its halvening. It came down in hash rate, came back up a little buzz on there, and it slid back down. With the hash rate being lower on FLUX, a lot of the calculators do not work with FLUX because of the parallel assets payouts that you get with this. So even though the hash rates come down and your payouts are in half basically, right? And because so much hash rate came off, it makes it worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's actually pretty decent. Pretty decent payout wise right now on Flux. I've had people that that I've got a few rigs that are still on Flux, and I'm like, you know what, the payouts haven't really changed a whole lot because all the hash rate, a lot of hash rate came off. I mean, I don't have the bulk of my rigs on there right now. Of course, I'm going to be chasing profits a little bit right now at this point too. So I mean, I'm like right there in the same boat as you guys. Like anybody's got those Cadena miners. Cadena hash rate has been slowly ticking up on there with the implement of new ASICs that have been coming out. So be careful with as more efficient ASICs come out. Your older hardware is going to get muscled off if you guys are playing around with Cadena. If you guys are that Chia side, it's like mine are boxed up. Damn. If you guys are Chia mining, there's been a little bit of buzz with people being, a little profitable with the price action coming up on Chia. That a lot of people have been more or less respooling up their equipment, running on Chia. So hash rate on I'm not sure how you even. It's like the difficulty is going to be going back up on Chia here, guys. So enjoy your profits while you can. Hopefully, they'll continue being profitable with the price of Bitcoin continue to skyrocket here. Golden Wolf's like, the KD Pro is still okay. That's good to know, dude. I'm glad that your KD Pro is still kicking butt. Yo. It's like Oz is like, and now I'm back to the apartment. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Out freaking standing. If you guys are mining that Monero, it usually like peaks and valleys. Depends on if there's a good Monero virus out there that's able to impregnate a bunch of computers without people noticing. And then it just levels off. So right now it's been pretty decent on there. It's only 2.5 gigahash on Monero here. A lot of the hash rate's pretty low on most pools, because at the end of the day it's just CPUs, guys. It's just CPUs. So if you guys are mining with your CPUs, mining that Monero, where I usually mine for my Monero payouts are Monero Ocean, because it'll mine whatever's on that algorithm that's most profitable for today and just kind of auto switch you, and you get paid out in that sweet Monero. So if you guys are wanting to do that, I love to do that all the time. It's like I used to mine XMR, switch to other coins. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's why I go to Monero Ocean, because of the fact that it allows it does the auto switching for me, and I just get paid out in Monero. I'll take the privacy, and I don't give a crap what I'm mining behind it, right? So it's kind of cool, kind of cool. Let's see here. So we are coming up onto that 1 hour marker, guys. So bam. So give you guys little updates at the facility, guys. So this way you guys can kind of sit there and FOMO into wanting to be a part of all the shenanigans that we're about to have going on. We should have a contract here shortly from the power company to start the project off to get 500 kVA. That will equate to a 0.5 megawatt worth of power, guys. Yes, we are swinging into the big, trying to get into the big leagues here. We got some. I have an awesome landlord that's gonna help us out trying to get this going for us, which bless her heart, she is the coolest person that we've come across. We love her. It's like, and it's like she's gonna help out a little bit here to help get this out. We have maybe another few people in the community that are willing to help out too. So hoping a shoestring we can get this pulled off. So yeah, me and Mikkel are doing our best. Mikkel has been busting his butt for the last few days, getting in this power so that we can get another 200 amps temporarily into the facility while we're waiting for the big power to come in. Once the big power comes in and we get a lot of it set up, as soon as we start getting this stuff rolling and set up, we're going to get a hold of all the people that are in the Patreon and the pseudo hasher. I mean, if you're a part of Crypto and Hot Rods YouTube channel, my main YouTube channel, if I've got a Patreon also, so that would be in the pseudo hasher tier for mine, or you're in the DCA you're mining, links down below, just saying, down below, and get into there. There are perks to be a part of it that kind of make joining free for you. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it, but there are perks in there for sure. It'll also get you VIP access into the facility. So as we start building out, we get a hold of all of our VIP people first, and we offer you guys space on shelves first. You guys get dibs. That's what it's all about, right? And you'll get 9 cents a kilowatt hour. All that, I know, shameless plug here, guys, shameless. But you'll get VIP access, space on the shelf, guys, before we open up our doors to the public, because I have a feeling that once we say green light, it'll be full overnight. We'll have that place will be fully kitted out, humming, and we should be doing pretty good at that point. It's just it's the hope and a prayer to get where we're trying to go right now. People push people to chump change. I will see about that for sure. I thank you for reminding me to do so. Let's see here. Redirect. Where is it? Customize. Here we go. Redirect ad. All right, we'll redirect to the chump of the changes. I will have that push. Thank you for reminding me, Golden Wolf. Thank you very much. You rock. Easy to direct airflow. Yes, that's one thing I like about ASICs. That's one thing I like about server cases. So if you guys are wanting to have GPU rigs sent to us, it'll be we are only accepting them in ASIC cases, basically. Not ASIC cases, server cases, because of the fact that they act more like an ASIC case, where I can stack on them, I can condense them on the shelves. We got better airflow through them. It's so much easier to manage heat flow while everything is sitting in its own little confined box. And you can just put a whole lot more of them into one little area. And that's something else that we absolutely are going to be enjoying. Is being able to pull that much it's like being able to pull that much airflow right through everything, without having to deal with, it's a 100-degree day outside. It's like it's only going to be 100 degrees in the facility. And guess what? I've proven that you can mine. I've had my mining room. Like I've done the studying on my own equipment before bringing it down to the facility, guys. Okay. I was mining with my gear in my room at 132 degrees in the mining room. and everything in that mining room was humming away, no problem. Why? Because I had the right airflow. It could only it because of the amount of air that I was exchanging in that room. It allowed me to be able to run temps like that. Like, there was that much gear in there. I had 60 amps worth of gear humming in a little room. And 3 windows, basically, 2 exhaust, 1 intake. I had it maxed out for perfect airflow. And yeah, I mean, 120 degree day outside, it was still only 132 degrees inside the room. So it's like, I've played around with the heat flows on there. I've played around with, different arrangements, worst case scenario, best case scenario, seeing where everything will live life at. So I know my thresholds on GPUs. I know my thresholds on my ASICs. ASICs do not, typically don't like between anything above 100, 110 degrees on ASICs. I already know this. There are some ASICs that are a little bit more forgiving than others. Like, for instance, the S9's pretty forgivable. The E3 amp miners are pretty forgivable because they're not cranking out the wattage, so the heat load on those are not as horrible for fans to manage. So I've done a lot of the studying so that you guys don't have to worry about having your gear sent to us over at the facility. That we understand heat flows. We'll have sensors, probes, and stuff like that, later on to really monitor stuff in live action. But we'll be going through there, finding our hot pockets and stuff like that manually. Because that's going to be the only way that we're going to do this at first. We're going to be doing this as low tech as possible, lean and mean, as they say, and really get this facility up and going the right way. So, I mean, I hope you guys are kind of excited to get your gear hosted at the facility. I'm excited to have all of you guys have your gear hosted at the facility if you're wanting to send it to us. I'm just saying. And if you're thinking about it, don't delay. Get into the Patreon today, and get into DCA your mining. Get into there, get that VIP access, and be a part of the fam. I'm just saying. So does anybody have any comments or questions before I head up out of here, guys? If you don't have any other comments or questions, guys, drop some FAs in that Chizity chat, guys. Drop them now, guys, for sure. And while you're dropping them, smash that lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff, guys. Hey, I'm back on Twitter. I had to check it live. I've got notifications. So your home Doge over here, GPU Jesus, is back up onto the Twitters. So look who's back again. Look who's back. Tell a friend. It's like, I am happy my build is proof of concept for the whole fam now. Yeah. Crypto Bedell. Ew, Twitter. I only use it for the giveaways. It's how I communicate to some of the OGs of OGs. Like you'll notice that, now that I'm gonna be back up on Twitter, there's gonna be certain things that I may talk about a little early before it actually happens, because I have connections, and they're in the Twitter universe, because it's crypto Twitter. So crypto Twitter is nice to me. Losing that is like losing a little bit of a contact, because some of these contacts I probably couldn't make a second time. I'm just saying. I've been using it to tell Wittenhouse how much they suck. Tell the White House how much they suck. Yeah. They don't listen to that. They're like, they look at you, oh, that's a bot account. No, that's not a real account. That's fake news. So, has anybody got any other comments or questions before I get up out of here, guys? I see a whole bunch of FAs in the Chizity chat because DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. Yo! What up, the dude? And everybody, don't forget to smash that Lizzy like button before I head up out of here, guys. Certainly smash that. Smash it. He's like, oh dang, I'm late. Yeah, you are truly late, the dude. You'll have to rewind it. You've had the solo with the GPU Jesus. So I hope that everybody's enjoyed the 1 hour time with GPU Jesus. So with that being said, I'm gonna push everybody over to Chump Change. Just go DCA raid over hashtag DCA raid over at Chump Change as you guys slide into there. Certainly give a big old shout out to our man Chump Change, his woman Pocket Change, because they're awesome. Everybody, give them a like if you're new. If you're new over there, certainly subscribe. They're good people over there. They know what they're talking about. They're awesome people. So, yo, with that being said, guys, peace out, stay savage, and may your watts be low and your hash be high, and we'll see you on the next one. Yo!